Everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Unnamed podcast. I'm here with my co-host.
Me.
Him.
Me.
It's him. It's Keegan. And this is the first episode of the brand new Unnamed podcast. We did a podcast before, but this is a new and improved, hopefully. So, What are today's topics, kind sir?
Star Wars, because we're losers, and Marvel, because we're losers.
Okay, well, you could have... Okay. Alright, fair enough.
You just get used to it.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's have you start it out.
Alright, you want me...
What the hell was that? Yeah, you start it out.
Okay, alright. So, how you feeling about No Way Home? I feel like that's a fair way to start off a podcast. Talk about the biggest phenomenon.
Honestly, with everyone that's gonna be in it, it has to be somewhat decent.
Right?
Like, the CGI has to be on point. It's gonna be a pretty baller movie.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
If it's not, I'm gonna be actually upset.
You're gonna cry.
I'll probably never go to like a movie theater again.
If I don't see Toby and Andrew, I'm never going to the movies again.
Do we know if they're actually in it?
We don't, but I mean, come on. Come on.
They kind of played it like they were gonna be in it, so they have to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing back, both Jamie Foxx and William Dafoe, it just wouldn't make sense for you not to bring back Toby and Andrew as well.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
like,
think Ned's gonna become a villain?
because I know he does turn into the Hobgoblin in the comics, but I don't think he will in this film. Maybe because I don't know if you heard this, but they did confirm 3 more movies with Tom Holland, set in like his college years. So I feel like at some point he could be, but honestly, this Ned doesn't sound like a villain,
He
big old chunky Ned being a villain. But you're right, I do think he
lose
could
weight.
change. Yeah, he's skinny boy in this film.
Yeah.
He looks weird skinny. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe that's just me.
I mean, fat people usually look weird when they start getting skinny.
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
Okay. All right. Okay. What else does Marvel have going on for them?
With all this Spider-Man hype, everything else is kind of being forgotten about.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Oh, Hawkeye. Alright. What do you think about Hawkeye?
The best shows they've made so far.
Alright, let me just say one thing, though. Kate Bishop?
Really?
She is hot, dude.
I agree. I don't disagree with that.
She is too fine. Like Elizabeth Olsen, hot. Scarlett Johansson, hot. Haley Steinfeld, oh. Just, it's too good, bro. It's too good.
Yeah. They kind of have to get hot actors to play these characters because then that's how they sell them better.
Exactly.
Which kind of is weird, but
So yeah, I do think, yeah, you're right. They gotta have hot actors to sell the product. You're right.
I know.
But
you pick the next topic.
I wanna go. Okay, I wanna go a little deeper into Hawkeye there. That third episode is the most recent episode when this is being filmed. I don't know, episode 4 could be out by now. But we get introduced to Echo, right? And I think Echo's a pretty cool character. She's cool in the comics, she's cool in the show, but it's even cooler than Echo is her uncle, Mr. Wilson Fisk, who was teased in episode 3. And I heard that voice, and if it's the same guy who played him in Daredevil, I will piss my pants.
Was it confirmed?
Basically. Basically, but not really. So I'm just saying.
It probably is.
You know, I also saw something the other day saying that, I don't know if this is confirmed or just speculation, but the Hawkeye ending for the show will be sadder than Iron Man's death, whatever that means.
That's cap.
So
that has to be a lie. They're gonna like kill the dog or something.
Oh, dude, they kill Lucky the pizza dog. That would be pretty sad. Not Iron Man sad.
They killed the whole cast, dude. Oh,
they
my
kill
God.
Hawkeye? What would you do if they killed Hawkeye?
I would actually be upset.
Yeah, me too.
Because Hawkeye is... They need to stop the hate.
For real, dude. Underappreciated hero right there.
For real. That's why they have to make a show about him.
Yeah. And he's... Because it's... Like, he's... The whole show is talking about how, like, Hawkeye's not like the other Avengers. Because he's just a dude with a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they talked about that in Avengers Age of Ultron, just... Like, his wife was generally worried because he's going to fight robots with a literal god and an old man. So... And he's just, like, a dude with a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
He's severely out of place.
It's crazy to see how, like, the two, Natasha and Clint, are actually the ones holding the team together because they are the two best friends.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, we saw that in Black Widow, and now we're seeing it in Hawkeye. Like, these two are not just, you know, some basic Avengers.
They may not have all the cool scenes and stuff, but their dialogue itself is, like, probably the best part.
I agree.
Not gonna lie, though, the Hawkeye, like, show has some really good action in it. And the humor is, of course, good because, you know...
I mean, when you have a show with the Tracksuit Mafia in it, you know it's gotta be good.
Yeah.
Because, do you know, like, their whole thing in the comics is they always say the word bro?
Bro. Bruv.
Oi, bruv. What is the mate with the bow and arrow doing? No, I can't do a British accent. But yeah, Hawkeye.
I like how Hawkeye's deaf too.
Yeah, that's in the comics too, and I'm glad they're adapting that because that could be really cool.
Like once he has his hearing aid out, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, I took ASL. We both took ASL, so
yeah,
it's kind of cool to see that.
I mean, I failed ASL, but still, yeah, I agree.
You failed ASL?
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I was. Anyway.
What? That was an easy class.
But yeah, I definitely think Hawkeye could be cool, and definitely if they do show Wilson Fisk, that means because there's speculation that Matt Murdock from the Netflix Daredevil show could appear as Peter Parker's lawyer in Spider-Man: No Way Home, and if we see Wilson Fisk and Hawkeye, you know, that raises the probability of Daredevil being in Spider-Man: No Way Home, which I'm a huge fan of Daredevil. You know that.
I don't think Daredevil will be in that movie.
I think maybe Matt Murdock will. Him in his suit
maybe
as Daredevil? No, but just Mr. Murdock, I think he could show up.
That'd be cool. Honestly, okay, this is gonna be a hot take, and you may disagree with me, and that's okay. I watched some of the fight scenes from Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan.
Get out right now.
No, because the punches are so...
Touch some grass.
If they, like... Okay.
You're wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong.
Okay, alright. Well,
I'm sorry. You're just wrong. Those are some of the realest fight scenes you'll see.
I disagree.
Daredevil, masterpiece. Punisher, just a little under. The Marvel shows are just about under as well. Loki, that was a very good show.
That's where we disagree.
Yeah, you're weird. You liked WandaVision the most. That's weirdo.
I like Hawkeye the most.
Oh, fair. Alright, yeah, you know what? I'll give you that. Hawkeye's pretty good.
We gotta admit, the worst one was Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I don't know. WandaVision and Falcon. I don't know. I gotta say WandaVision. I like them all. But out of them all, I think WandaVision is the most lacking. Maybe that's just because I'm a huge Captain America fan, so I'm just gonna be biased towards that show.
I mean, I love Captain America, but
But yeah, the kind of sad thing about Spider-Man No Way Home is it's taken up so much of Marvel's spotlight that some of its other future products are kind of just flying under the radar a little bit. Because we got some...
I haven't heard anything from Hawkeye. I've only heard Hawkeye in the Spider-Man movie.
Because we've got some pretty bangers coming out after Spider-Man. Because we got Thor: Love and Thunder. That's gonna be...
I hope that's gonna be
sick.
That better be good.
We're gonna have Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, which
maybe
obviously is gonna be great because Spider-Man's kind of setting that up. And I know Black Panther 2, which I'm very worried about because I don't know how they're gonna do that without Chadwick.
Aren't they making an Agatha thing?
They are. They're making an Agatha TV show at some point. They're making an animated Spider-Man TV show that's like canon about when he first gets his powers, which I think will be cool. What if season 2? Wasn't a huge fan of the first season, but season 2, I'm hoping for better things.
For what?
For What If.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
You know, some of the episodes I was like, damn, that was really good. And the other ones I was like, alright, well, that's okay.
I just didn't want to watch it.
Fair enough. Because like there's this one Doctor Strange episode that's just fantastic, and then there's a zombie apocalypse episode which is very good as well, but then the rest are kind of just yeah. I mean, I like the concept, especially since it's like canon now because there's a multiverse, but
yeah,
just some of that, because there's so many what ifs in Marvel. You know, you could say what if, Iron Man was killed in Iron Man 1, and that could be like a whole story, and they picked some of the worst possible stories in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your chair is very loud, by the way.
I know.
Sounds like you're just constantly ripping ass.
Hold on, let me sit straight.
Okay.
Okay, we're good now.
But yeah, What If is probably my least favorite out of all the Marvel TV shows.
Okay.
Now, kind
a lot of things are going on over here.
kind of veering back towards No Way Home. I'm gonna. Well, I will cry if I see Andrew Garfield on that screen again. That's all I'm saying.
I will not.
I know you won't, 'cause you hate him, but he's my favorite actor. He's my favorite Spider-Man. So if I see him, we'll scream.
You better not scream. If I go to the movies and you get me kicked out, oh my god. I just kind of want to see all three Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think their interactions will be great. And have you heard like the speculation that the one scene in the trailer with MJ when she's like falling off the roof or off the scaffolding or whatever, and like Spider-Man reaches out to grab her, and people are seeing parallels between Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, and so people are speculating that Andrew Garfield might be the one to catch MJ as like a redemption sort of thing. Because he wasn't able to catch Gwen, so he might catch MJ. If that happens, I will cry. I will cry.
Dude, imagine he like goes to catch MJ and then slips and falls and she dies too.
Okay. You know what?
Andrew Garfield becomes a wreck.
That man's been through enough. He doesn't need another Spider-Man love interest. It's death on his hands.
He slips and falls and MJ dies right before him and he's like, oh. That's pretty hilarious.
I did hear this is not only the longest Spider-Man movie, but it's also supposed to be the darkest, which I'm kind of hoping for. Because, hot take, wasn't a huge fan of Far From Home.
What?
Homecoming was... I liked Homecoming, but Far From Home, it lacked in some areas. Mysterio was really cool, but the whole Far From Home concept itself, I just wasn't a fan of.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I thought it was cool they were bringing Spider-Man to other places.
When I first watched it, I thought that was cool too, but now just looking back at it, I'm like, eh.
I mean, it just proves that Spider-Man isn't just like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
True, especially in the MCU now, because he's been to frickin' space. He's more than just a neighborhood, superhero.
I wish they would make him, how do I say, more powerful.
Yeah, I do agree.
He's kind of lacking that power factor.
But especially it sounds like after this movie, we're gonna get like a more mature Spider-Man. And I think, and Tom Holland said in an interview about the upcoming 3 Spider-Man movies, is that like they're veering away from Iron Man's shadow. So like, how Iron Man was like a father figure and all his stuff came from Iron Man and he's Iron Man Jr. Well, that stuff's kind of gonna get, pushed to the side to actually focus on Spider-Man, which it's gotta make it better.
Yeah, I don't really want to see Spider-Man mature though.
I do. I'm tired of Iron Boy Jr.
He may lose that like funny factor.
That's true. I'm hoping for a Insomniac Spider-Man kind of vibe. He's goofy, but he's mature. He knows how to handle situations, but he still can make fun of it.
I wonder if they'll have Tom pass the torch to someone else in one of the movies.
I haven't.
Or Tom dies.
Okay. that could be a possibility way in the future, but I personally think here's my dream scenario after No Way Home. Alright. Dream scenario. We see Andrew and Toby and No Way Home, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of that film, we either go 2 ways. We go the more common way. We see Andrew Garfield go back to his world, where we see his world is actually the Sonyverse, where we see Venom and Morbius and Carnage, and that's kind of that universe. I want to see one more Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film where he passes the torch to Miles Morales in his universe. So we have a Miles Morales universe, Andrew Garfield and Venom verse, and then Tom Holland stays in the MCU. That would be my dream scenario. The only other thing,
Venom like comes over from Andrew's and like is now in Tom's.
That's also been a theory, because I don't know if you've seen Venom Let There Be Carnage, but have you?
Oh no, I didn't even know that was out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that has been out for quite some time. Well, I won't say anything about that then. But yeah.
What the heck? I thought that was still in the making.
Dude, it's been out since October, bro. Come on.
I haven't seen anything about it.
You can buy it. It's on DVD now.
You think I'm gonna buy it on DVD? What am I, a boomer?
I don't know. Buy it online then.
Is it on like a platform like Netflix or some shit?
I don't think it'll be on any of those. But still, I agree with you. But the only other way I could see, because again, huge fan of Andrew Garfield, it's my favorite Spider-Man, would be, there's this comic book line where Spider-Man is cloned. It's called the Spider-Man Clone Saga. And in that, do you know who the Scarlet Spider is?
Yeah.
Well, that's a clone of Spider-Man. So people are saying, oh, after Far From Home, what if Andrew Garfield stayed in the MCU but went under the name Ben Reilly and became the Scarlet Spider and helped out Tom in the future? Not a huge fan of that theory, but I still think it could be cool.
I mean, anything could happen.
Right? As long as Sony and Marvel don't be dumb.
Wanda will become a villain of Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%.
That's going to be a fun fight to watch.
Oh, you know what I'm not at all excited for one bit? Not even after watching WandaVision. I'm gonna see it in the theater, and that'll probably be it for a long, long time. The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel's sequel.
Oh.
Not looking forward to it.
I'm not gonna watch that until it comes out on Disney Plus.
Fair enough. But
so I can cry in my own home.
I know they're bringing in Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel, and then Miss Marvel. I think that's gonna be the trio of the film or something. Which Monica's pretty cool. I hate Miss Marvel in the comics and in the Marvel Avengers game and in just everything she's ever been in. So, and then there's Captain Marvel, which I'm also not a fan of. So,
You want to get onto like a slightly serious topic?
sure.
So, you know how they're making more movies about like women superheroes and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
If their whole point is to make women look cooler and like make women superheroes like way more cooler than the guys and stuff, they're not doing a good job at it.
You know, I have to kind of agree. Because
They have certain characters that are cool, that are women. But then you have what can be really cool, like Captain Marvel, and they throw it down the drain.
You see, out of all the superhero female-led movies we've got so far, which isn't very many, but from what I've got, it's been a 50-50 for me. Black Widow, great. Wonder Woman, great. Wonder Woman 2, terrible. Captain Marvel, terrible.
Yeah. Wonder Woman, the first one was amazing.
Yeah, I love the
To
first
me.
one.
And I was like, this is like a good movie that has a star, like a woman role that makes her look cool. And then the second one came out, and I was like, and that's how you ruin it.
Yeah, they just...
It's sad.
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job with the sequel. Yet they're making a third one. Like, a day after the second one came out, they're like, yep, we're making another one.
No.
But, I guess we'll see. But, DC...
What's the third one be good?
DC currently is on my... I gotta watch out for DC, because DC's kind of in a very strange position right now. And I'm kind of worried for him.
They've never really made like a. They all have a hit, and then miss.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Like, they've got some good films, like, Zack Snyder's Justice League was great, but then they're like, no, it's not canon, we're not gonna make that real. And they're like, well, you just got rid of the best thing that's making you money right now.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know if you saw the Flash trailer when it came out for the Flash movie. I love the Flash. He's one of my favorite DC superheroes. But I watched the trailer for that, and I am nothing but skeptical of it.
Well, it's hard to make a good Flash movie.
Yeah, and they're saying, oh, this is going to be the movie that rewrites the DC universe so it actually stands on solid grounds instead of having like 3 different like films that are like, no, that's not canon. That's not canon. That's canon. That's not canon. You know? It's trying to clear things up, which I think could be cool if they play their cards right. But from what I've seen, they haven't.
The Flash, one, you'd have to film everything in high speed for fight scenes and everything. That's gonna be very difficult to do. I don't know how they would even go about that.
Yeah. And like I watched the first, I don't know, 5 or so seasons of The Flash, and they were good. And of course, that show's absolutely terrible now. But anyway, that's not the point. And like, they can do a good job with The Flash, but you gotta. There's The Flash. Yeah, you're right. It's a very difficult character to make stuff about. But hey, we'll see.
I really don't think it'll be good. That's just my opinion. I'm skeptical when they start making movies about these complex characters, and they're like, they either throw everything out of whack so everything looks stupid, or they'll somehow nail it, or they'll add a character to help you continue to watch it.
I think they can pull it off. I just think that sometimes they're like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then you watch it and you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, DC's doing something right with the Batman, dude. You seen the trailers for that movie?
What's going on with it? I haven't heard anything about it.
It's coming out in
Like
March,
recently.
and oh my god, does it look good?
Have they like made a new trailer for it, or is it still
They've had 2 trailers now, I think.
Oh.
And they are both just fantastic, dude. I'm so excited for that movie. That's probably one of my most hyped movies other than Spider-Man right now.
I'm only scared because I've never seen a good Batman.
I gotta say, this one might be it.
I don't know.
From what I've seen, dude, they've nailed what Batman's supposed to look like.
I like the traditional comic book version.
Yeah, they're making this a lot darker, which is good for Batman because Batman should
that
be
will probably
darker.
Be good.
Yeah.
Batman's a dark story.
Yeah, you
If
can't
you
have a
don't put,
light-hearted Batman.
That's
It just
why,
doesn't
like,
work.
Christian Bale, even though it was kind of... It just wasn't dark enough. Ben Affleck, no.
I was a fan of Affleck for a little bit, but again, he didn't have time to be the Batman because he was too busy fighting like aliens and stuff. Like that's not Batman. That's superhero. Like I want a dark and brooding Batman.
I want a Batman that they show him go insane.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what they're trying to do in this film too.
Like if you get a... God, I wish Joaquin was done with Joker, but Joaquin's Joker is such a valuable, memorable, amazing character, and if they make another movie on him,
I'm on the same boat, dude. Joker is one of my all-time favorite movies. Not even just comic book movies, just period movies. It's one of my favorite.
It's my favorite movie. It is my favorite movie.
Just making a sequel is something, yes, I'd love to see, but no, don't make it.
Yeah. I don't know where they'll go with it. I feel like if they add a hero to it, it's just going to... Because I don't see that Joker fighting...
No, you don't, because it's not like a supervillain. He's not a supervillain.
He's just a guy that's going insane.
Exactly.
That Joker I wish that was the... I don't wish he was the actual Joker, but that is such a good way to put Joker in a more...
realistic.
Sense.
Yeah, human.
Yeah. Like, that's a Joker that I can imagine having in the real world.
Yeah, I could see this being a real case, you know?
Mm-hmm. He didn't fall in a septic tank. He's not like a thug.
Yeah, he's not some
real life.
He's not some mad criminal, and he's not a supervillain, and he's not a schemer. He's just a man that went insane.
And it's really because of society's fault. That's the coolest part about it. Society put him in that place, and that's probably the deepest part about the movie, is that it gives you a good view on what society does to people.
Yeah, I agree.
If you keep pushing people out, this is what could happen.
Yeah, if you keep throwing around the little guy, you're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Joker is... And even the director of that movie said that he wanted to make a movie about a dude in society. He wanted to make this movie, but not be the Joker. He just wanted to make this as a normal movie, but if he didn't have the name Joker slapped on it, and if he didn't have the DC watermark, he said he doesn't think anybody would watch it. You know? I would probably have never watched it if it wasn't the Joker and if it was just some other movie about some guy going insane. But now after actually seeing it, I think it would have been cool to see that as well. Seeing a movie completely disconnected from superhero and DC and all that, and just seeing, you know, that. But I think they did a great job nonetheless. Because
that's actually, I think, a relevant topic to nowadays.
Especially nowadays, yeah.
There's such a... This is the problem. We have this world where bullying is kind of like the thing.
Yeah.
It's a fight, especially in school sense. Like, it's such a... God, I can go on about school forever, but you live in this mentality of that you have to survive, you have to be on top at all times. You can't be looked down upon, because if you are, then your reputation goes down. And it sucks that us as kids and adults have to live with that. That's why you see so many stars, like YouTube stars and all that, become assholes and jerks because they have to live up to their reputation, and if they can't, then it's over.
Yeah.
And that sucks to watch. Like Danny Duncan with the whole I don't know if you know any about this, but he has a whole new issue now because people are saying that he is abusing and mistreating his friends. Which, is he? That's up to you.
Yeah.
Opinion.
And honestly, if it could be literally anything nowadays. You could see the Joker film could be something real that's happening right now. Obviously, some man didn't dress up as a clown or any of that, but like his story is almost a real story, Like you could see this guy at our school, you could see this guy at the store, Like this is something that could actually happen.
Society can push people to. It's such a. If you get caught in what society is made to be, which is, evil. Like, I think society as a whole is a pretty evil thing.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Which it can lead people to this because they always are looked down upon. They will never be good in some people's eyes. They won't feel wanted, loved, and it can lead them to insanity. And that's why I think Joker is probably one of the best movies ever created.
I agree. Especially because, like, I don't want to drag this into, like, real time, but that recent school shooting in Michigan,
Oh, yeah, the Oxford shooting.
Yeah, I don't, we don't know that kid's intentions. We don't know if he just said, I'm going to shoot up the school. But there's a possibility that this could have happened, this thing that happened to Joker could have happened to him, He's like, everybody's just dogged on me my whole life. Time for some revenge. And that's kind of how the Joker movie went, too. So, you just never know.
I mean, yeah, to compare it to the real world, a good one would be the Columbine shootings.
Yeah.
Because those kids were actually bullied.
Yeah.
And treated differently, so, it happens. And that's why school needs to change the way they handle bullying.
Yeah, school needs to change a lot of things, because being this, because, we're juniors, for those who didn't know, and I've been in school a long time, and I've seen how the school treats things, and they just don't do it the right way.
No, their stop bullying or end bullying thing does not work. It's been proven countless times. That's why kids are still getting bullied, and they're beating each other up, and they're shooting each other and killing each other. It's telling a kid to stop doesn't stop a kid from bullying a kid.
Exactly.
If you want to actually put a stop to bullying, you would have to change the school mentality. You would have to change the way teachers treat their students. You would have to change the way stress wears on students. You would have to care more about mental health. You would have to care about the kids' home life. Yeah. It's a lot that goes into this. And of course it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. And there's no way we're ever going to end bullying. But we could actually reduce it if they wanted to take the steps to reduce it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if we don't change the school mentality, which is if I make this joke and a kid doesn't like me for it, he could drag me down. He can make rumors about me. That's another problem. Social media. It's such if you get bashed on social media, it's the end of your life.
Exactly.
It is awful. And it sucks that kids have to deal with that, and they get so caught up in it. It's disgusting. Ugh, God. Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah. Kind of going back towards Joker a little more, but the whole film, we discussed, the story of it is perfect. The Joker aspect of it, is also really good, but I think I think one of the best things that makes Joker seem so real. Maybe this is just a hot take because I'm kind of a bias towards it, but it's the soundtrack. I don't know how to pronounce the guy who made it. Its name is like Hilders. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. He did a great job. I tried to get the soundtrack on vinyl because it just sounds so good. Because it sounds like what somebody who it feels like this would hear. You know, like you know how you kind of have that like white noise almost in your head, like if you, like jealousy. There's no sound of jealousy, but you still hear something when you're jealous, you know? I think that movie does a good job describing what Joker is feeling at the time.
Yeah.
And even like
I agree.
The Murray Show or whatever it was called, like the song for it, it's more upbeat because when Joker watches it, he feels more happy. But like Joker's theme, or like when he's in the bathroom and all that other stuff, it's more of a darker soundtrack for a darker moment.
Yeah, whoever made it really captured how to it, because I think his goal was to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, he did a great job.
If you feel uncomfortable, it gets you more God, what's it? It gets you more locked in on what the character.
Yeah, it gets you more interested.
How you feel about it. And God.
Dude, you know what we got to do for a video?
Hired a better person to do that.
We have to just hook up a time and we watch Joker together and we make like a video while we watch it of just like all the things like about it. We need to do that.
we could do that. We honestly could. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
We could like pause it at certain points and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm playing Minecraft, by the way.
I'm playing Rainbow Six, so it's a little stressy. Yeah. So the one last thing I want to talk about the Joker movie, not about like the story or anything, but about the world, is that I hope, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of a Joker sequel, but what I would enjoy would be a Joker universe where we have other villains, like twisted backstories. They don't even have to be in the connected universe, I guess. Just like something I think would be really cool would be a Mr. Freeze, because he's got a pretty tragic backstory if you've seen the Mr. Freeze backstory. He does. So having a movie Joker type, it wouldn't match what Joker had, but it'd still be pretty interesting to see.
That'd be a cool show. I think shows are the way to go about explaining. If you want to explain a character in depth, you would want to make a show about him.
Honestly, I do agree. I hope shows don't like overpower and movies kind of like fade out and like we get like a bunch of TV shows instead of movies, because I really enjoy the movies, but you're right, if you want to go in depth with a character, you gotta have a TV show. That's why I think they did Falcon and Winter Soldier and stuff like that.
They want to make shows because they want side characters to have more depth behind them.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll cut out movies because that's meant for main characters, but they'll definitely they'll continue to make shows about side characters.
Yeah, you know, I think you're right with that, because I actually completely forgot this was coming out, but the Peacemaker TV show Peacemaker's the side character from the Suicide Squad movie. But you wouldn't see a Peacemaker movie, because why would you? If you know, after just watching the Suicide Squad, why would you want to see a movie about just one guy? But a TV show, you can actually talk about who he is, what he's done, why is he the way he is, and stuff.
Honestly, I haven't watched the Suicide Squad movie yet.
Oh my god, I'm disappointed in you, dude.
I was supposed to, but then Alex never gave me the DVD.
There's 3 movies that are my top DC movies. Joker's number 1. Zack Snyder's Suicide Squad is 2, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League is 3. Because that movie is really good. Because James Gunn directed it, and he directed the Guardians of the Galaxy films, and you can definitely tell because it's goofy, but it still has, you know, it's goofy, but it's really dark at the same time, which is exactly what DC's movies are like now.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Everyone's giving me a hard time about it.
Because it's good, dude. I have a Suicide Squad poster on my wall that I'm looking at right now. That's how much I love this movie.
Dude, I have a Joker poster that I haven't put up yet because I don't have a frame for it because it's massive, but I want to put it up. It's so cool.
I've got a Joker poster as well. Right there. But yeah, DC's got some good things going for it, but the actual DC, I don't know, what's it called, the DCEU or something like that? That's not going too hot.
It never really has.
Like Man of Steel was good, but then after that, it just kind of went down. And then Wonder Woman, hey, that was pretty good. And then it just kind of was, Aquaman sequel's coming out, and I honestly don't even feel like rewatching the first one because I thought it was just mediocre. Plus, I hate Amber Heard with a passion.
For the first one, oh, well, I understand that, but the first one was good.
I've only watched it probably twice, so.
You haven't done your daily 10 watches?
Like Star Wars and Marvel and all the other DC movies? Yeah, you're right, I haven't.
I've probably watched Star Wars like 50 times.
Oh, me too, dude.
And I still haven't got like tired of it.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Star Wars, bro.
Let's get on the topic of Star Wars.
Alright, let's do it, bro.
Okay, so I'm more of an expert on Star Wars because I love Star Wars. Star Wars with the passion. You can like go on about Marvel and stuff, and I think I can hold up my own end on it, kind of, depending on what we're talking about here. But Star Wars, I know quite a bit.
Yeah, I know a lot of Star Wars too, and I think we're pretty even. Well, you know a lot about a lot of non-canon Star Wars that I don't know about. Like I don't know a lot.
I know quite a bit.
I'm not too notified about like Star Killer and all that. I wish I was because he seems pretty cool, but you know a lot of that stuff.
Cool. If you can ever get a chance to play the game, I highly suggest it.
Will do, boss.
But do you think? Yeah, you should. Never mind. I was gonna say, do you think Star Killer should be canon?
From what I've heard and from what I've seen, he's a little too overpowered for our current canon, but that's just me.
Or not canon. Is it whatever it means for like legend? Legend.
Oh, legend. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Because should it be legend? I don't know how it works. So what's canon's what we see now?
Canon's like official.
Happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it when he's like archived?
That would be legend, I think.
Is it?
I think.
I thought like Darth Nihilus and stuff like that was legend because they're old.
It could be. Well, because some things are canon and some things aren't. Like I think Knights of the Old Republic might be like, I don't know. It's weird.
It has to be canon.
It's like
they're gonna make a movie about it.
It's like, yeah, kind of like archives. So I think it did happen, but it's not official. Like it is, but it isn't. I don't know. It's weird.
Anyways, do you think he should be archived? Or
like kind of like in the lore, like he's like a real thing? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I guess you can't really. Yeah, I guess you can't really answer that because you don't know. There's a DLC. I think it was a DLC that came out about it, where he killed like Han Solo, Chewbacca.
I did see something like that.
And that one, that one at line up. Now they're trying to like this Star Killer just murders everyone, like Luke Skywalker and all them, because he can. He's that powerful.
Right. That kind of reminds me of here we go again. But there's a Marvel comic book where like just Daredevil killed the entire Marvel universe. I feel like that, like a comic series about Star Killer doing that for Star Wars, I think would be cool.
I mean, you got a game about it, so.
Yeah, basically. So. Take what you can get.
I do want to see a movie about Star Killer. I don't know how they would do it because he's so powerful. He's like, I mean, they just make like a Rey movie.
What did I see? I saw like an interview with the chick that's kind of like running Star Wars right now, and she was saying that there is a possibility that sequel characters still like got some juice in them, that we may see some return. I'm all for Ben Solo returning, maybe even John Boyega, but then like Rey, she can stay where she is. She doesn't need to come back. She doesn't really need a.
I wish they would have made her cool. That's like I want her to be cool.
Like, have you seen like what was supposed to happen in Rise of Skywalker? Like the original concept for it?
No.
Look it up sometime, dude, because it is so much better than what we had. Like there was a scene where like General Hux like kills himself with like freaking Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and he like stabbed himself in the chest like an old like samurai general would. And there's like this, like Rey joins the dark side and Ben turns good, and like all this other stuff.
That's what should have happened.
Exactly, like that was the original idea, but they're like, nah, this is better. We're like, no,
everyone would have loved that way more, and it would have made the movie more memorable.
Look it up. God, there's even
dude.
some concept art of it, and it just looks so much better.
The only reason I remember is because I watched 500 times. I hate Disney.
Disney kind of screwed over Star Wars. Well, and then they picked it back up with the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian. I'll give them that. Mandalorian. Hot take: Bad Batch, mediocre. It's my opinion. It was good. Wasn't Clone Wars or Mandalorian or Rebels good. It was alright. I didn't even finish it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't finished it.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, I have yet to finish watching that, but when I rewatch all the Star Wars movies and TV shows and stuff, I'll make sure to finish that up.
So I was going to talk to you about season 2.
Props to D. Badley Breaker though, because he did what, 5 main characters' voices.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
Dude,
Look,
they all have the same voice.
honestly, dude,
Except for Wrecker.
another hot take. I'm not extremely excited about Book of Boba Fett.
Nope, I'm not either.
I know it's gonna be cool, but will it be Mandalorian cool?
No.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to beat.
I'm kind of scared about Mandalorian 2, season 2.
Mandalorian, I don't really know what they're gonna do with what is it, season 3? Season 3. Get your facts straight.
Is this season 3?
Yeah,
Shut your mouth.
Because unless they go, because Grogu's their big selling point. I love Din Djarin, and I think he could have a standalone season, but you're gonna lose some ratings without Grogu. So, however they do that, whether they show like tidbits of him and Luke training or something, or my personal favorite, we see Ben Solo kill Grogu. Like, I just want to see something, alright? Because like when he burns down the temple and he kills Grogu, that'd be
Grogu
great.
Turns to the dark side.
No, whoa. Wait.
That's what I want to see. He has to.
That's really?
He can't. He is so in touch with the dark side.
I don't know, man. That's a bit much, in my opinion.
What? It's not a bit much at all. He's a baby. Not really, but he's a baby that kind of like watched his whole Jedi thing go downhill. Then he gets stuck with a dude that doesn't take off his helmet.
Fair. But
and he like, gets trained by Ahsoka Tano, which that's not
for like 5 seconds before she's like, nah, I'm good. I got busy.
Yeah,
with
she's
things.
like, this is kind of.
But hey, I am beyond pumped for the Ahsoka series. I'll tell you that.
Oh, dude.
Because they cast live action Sabine Wren. That's freaking great, right there. Or what else do we see? Most likely, Thrawn's gonna be in it. Thrawn's badass. And if we see Ezra, because you know how much I love Rebels. I love it more than the Clone Wars, which is saying something. And
Ezra, I don't know what live action Ezra would look like.
I don't know either. I'm sure they'll cast good. I hope.
No. Don't put too much faith.
People were saying like, oh, they should cast the dude from Jesse, the little brown kid. I don't remember his name. I was like, no,
What?
please don't. I was like, no.
Alright. Well. Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi.
Ravi.
It's like,
Ravi becomes... Oh my god.
Ravi becomes a Jedi. But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. How pumped are you to see that?
Oh! I forgot about it, but now that you remind me, I'm so excited.
Dude, seeing Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader and Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan, this is just gonna be... Whew, it's gonna be too much.
Hopefully they don't fail.
You know what's funny?
I didn't say that about everything.
What I'm least excited for about Star Wars is gonna be their new like trilogy of like Star Wars movies not connected to the ones we already have. It doesn't interest me.
When are they gonna do that?
It's, I don't know. They had like a plan for it, but then their plan got changed because of COVID, so it's gonna be a while. But still,
Why would they do that?
because they were like, oh, Star Wars isn't just the Skywalker saga, which is true. So they're gonna go, I think, before the prequels and like Jedi prime time for their next trilogy.
The Old Republic.
Yeah, but they're, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, the Skywalker saga is still continuing. So
Exactly. They're like, no, we're getting rid of it. We're done with it. Yeah, we got Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Book of Boba Fett, like all these things continuing onto it. But they're like, no, we're done with it. I'm like, no, you're not.
I don't think it should end. Everything kind of branches off the Skywalkers.
Yeah. But at the same time, Star Wars is a big world. But I don't think there's still a lot yet to be said.
Marvel's a big world, but a lot of things branch off from the Avengers.
Good point.
And it's still a great thing.
Yeah, good point. Good, yeah. But yeah, I see what they're trying to do.
If you have something going for you,
why
don't change it. Because honestly, they're not even beating a dead horse yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot of value in the Skywalkers, dude. Like Mandalorian, it's not specifically about the Skywalkers, but you know, it's part of that you know, time. It's part of that world that we see Ahsoka, who's part of the, you know, we still seeing characters from the Skywalker saga. So
well, there's so many.
Exactly.
I mean, geez, they could literally make a movie about a stormtrooper, about the stormtrooper that captured Leia. They could Leia, not Leia. They could literally make a movie about that, and it's still considered a Skywalker saga.
You're right. Yeah, they could.
And it would be banger, because we never get to see really what the stormtroopers go through.
I'd love to see a movie about a single stormtrooper. That'd be sick, dude.
That'd be so dope. Watching short films, oh my god. I'm saying that if the horse isn't exactly dead, don't kill it.
Yeah, but Disney did kind of push a knife into the horse, like hardcore with the sequels. But then they rebuilt it with Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Mandalorian, all this other stuff, and they're fixing their mistakes. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they're doing a good job fixing their mistakes and making the sequels not just pieces of, well, you know. The only thing here's what'll save Star Wars for me. If they can give me a real reason for why in The Last Jedi Luke tried to kill baby Kylo Ren, if you give me a solid explanation for that other than, oh, he saw the dark side, because that's not something Luke would do. They completely screwed up Luke Skywalker, which is my favorite character from the entirety of Star Wars. If you can fix that, you fix Star Wars for me and I'm back on board.
Well, you're still on board.
Fair, but If they
Um,
just fix your mistakes from the sequels with The Mandalorian and your other shows, and I'll be good.
honestly, at this point, the sequels have offered really nothing. At least for me, they've got nothing going for them because of what they did at the end, where they killed Kylo.
Good point. They shouldn't have killed Kylo.
They
Screw
literally
Rey,
have nothing going for
keep
them
Kylo.
now. They
But
should
that-
just scrap the whole thing.
But at
That's my opinion.
But at the same time, there's still a lot that happened before Kylo died that I'd like to see, which is what I
would
think
like
the
to see a little
Mandalorian's
more
going for,
Kylo
and
stuff.
see like maybe the beginning of Kylo and like his time before Force Awakens. I think could be cool.
You think Kylo kills the Mandalorian?
Ooh, that would be sick. I would love that. As much as I love the Mandalorian, I would love for Kylo Ren to kill
Someone
him.
has to kill him.
And if it's Kylo Ren, I would be happy. I would be more than happy. I love. It's really weird to say that, but it's true.
Because, come on, the Mandalorian's kind of a powerhouse. A lightsaber can't go through his armor. Are you kidding me?
Dude's a beast. We saw him take down a dude with the dark saber like nothing, bro.
Well, I wouldn't say it was like nothing,
But still, it was pretty badass.
I think that he relies so much on his armor that if he went against someone with the Force, he would be fucked. Because they can just pick him up and like Force choke him easy.
Kylo
Why
Ren,
don't
baby.
they just do that to everyone?
I don't know, because they're not strong
I feel
enough
like-
in the Force. Maybe I don't know.
It does take a lot of energy, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You know, I learned today that when Darth Vader is choking you, he doesn't... I don't know, I can't show you because we're talking over the mic, but he doesn't, like... Imagine you're holding, like, a coffee mug, and then you have, like, a hollow fist. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
So, you know the OK sign?
Yeah.
He does that instead of doing the hollow fist. I didn't know that.
Huh.
Because if he was to do the hollow fist, he'd probably snap their neck.
Alright, yeah, good point, good point.
But since he does the OK sign, he's only really choking him with the pinky and the thumb. And then, of course, when he snaps their neck, he closes his fist entirely.
Yeah, that's true, just closes it.
Which I think is a painless death because, you know, it's kind of just... and then you're gone.
Okay.
So I think it's called a mercy kill.
Vader mercy kills by just snapping everyone's neck.
Well, it's basically it. I mean,
You're not wrong.
just imagine being the dude that gets slammed on the roof in Rogue One and gets cut in half.
good I would rather have my neck just
That
snapped
was
instantly.
so disrespectful. He slams this soldier on the roof and cuts him in half.
Just imagine being one of those rebels that just like that you like poop your pants when
I
you just see
don't
his
want to.
lightsaber just ignite. And you're like, oh,
That would be actually horrifying. I wouldn't even fire at him. I'd probably just like push everyone in front of me.
I'd like be like, yo, you need another stormtrooper, man. Like,
I'll join you.
listen, I don't really. Here's the plan, Death Star plans if you want them. Like, man, I'm not having it.
Do you think Vader would have killed Luke if they would have continued the 1v1?
No, I don't.
Because, well, we would never know who wins, to be honest.
True.
Because Vader sacrificed himself. Like, dude, I wish the fight would have lasted longer.
Yeah, I can see that. But Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film. It's been since I was a child, and I love that final battle. But you're right. I feel like we could have seen some other cool things happen.
You know, the lightsaber fights for me have not been like... They're not what I actually want to see.
Some lightsaber fights really good. Some terrible.
The closest I've gotten was the Obi-Wan versus Maul fight.
Yeah, that was good.
The only one that's relatively come close to that, or like the only ones that come close to that, is the ones in Clone Wars and stuff like that.
the rebels fight between old Obi-Wan and old Maul. Well, it wasn't even a fight, barely, but it was still. I think that was one of the best fight scenes too.
Is that when he kills him in 3 hits?
Yeah.
That was. Darth Maul's my favorite character, and it was upsetting.
Honestly, the sequels had some cool action, but it wasn't compared to the originals of the prequels, because like Vader versus Obi-Wan was amazing. But the only fight scene I enjoyed in the sequels, I'm a little biased, but I liked the throne room scene. I can see how some people hate the choreography from it, because like some of the guards in the background are kind of just like, what? But like if you focus on like
spinning around for no reason.
Yeah, but if you just like focus on like just Kylo's movements and like Rey's movements, it's cool in my opinion. But yeah.
The only part that I actually liked from that is when Kylo catches the lightsaber in his hand and then puts it goes up through the
like
guy's
ignites
head.
it through the head. Yeah.
That was the only part I liked.
Fair.
The rest was like the most poor choreography I've ever seen. And it just didn't make sense. Like, I get their royal guards, which are trained to fight in these kind of like circumstances. And who during a fight whips out this nunchuck looking thing and starts posing in it when you're going against a Sith Lord and this girl that literally has all the powers in the world after one movie?
I'll tell you one thing about that. It is kind of funny to see Kylo and Rey struggling to fight these guards, and then if you look back at the Emperor Palpatine scene with Yoda, where Yoda just walks into the room and just like kills 2 of them by slamming them into a wall, and it's just like done.
Those weren't actual royal guards, though.
Were they?
They were like you know how the army has like those special guys that walk around with like parades and stuff? It's kind of like that.
Gotcha. It's still funny to see him struggle against like some just guards.
Well, it is, because Kylo is literally a Dark Lord, and he's struggling that much, and he's stronger than Vader. That's the part I don't understand.
I understand it.
I don't.
I do.
How do you struggle that hard against guards where Vader literally did not struggle against them at all?
That part's true. How did he struggle against these guards when he's stronger than Vader? If him and Vader 1v1'd, he'd probably, with no force, he'd win. With force, he'd lose. That's my opinion.
Like, have some consistency.
Fair enough.
And read the comic books where they're training the guards. Vader literally toys with them. He literally messes around with them. And they are losing bad. He'll like let them swing at him, and all he'll do is duck and dodge. And then Kylo is literally getting almost destroyed by him. And it's the most upsetting thing in the world. It's if you're going to create a character supposedly stronger than Darth Vader, then you better back it up.
I mean, he is.
That's all I gotta say.
It's not supposedly. It's true. But
doesn't seem like
I'm a Kylo stan, I guess.
I'm just hitting you with facts.
You got a point there. I'll give you the facts on that one.
It's just upsetting. Like, I'm not a big Kylo fan.
I love Kylo. He's my man.
But, like, if he is going to be stronger than Vader, which I'm not going to argue if he is or isn't, but at least prove it.
Okay. You know, I'm fair with that. But, yeah. I don't know about you, my voice is getting a bit scratchy. It's quite a long podcast, but I think we should probably end it here for today. We don't want to say...
Your teacher's gonna like this one if you show her.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about everything, so we won't have topics for in the next podcasts. But,
true that.
Thank you guys so much for listening in to the first ever episode of the Unnamed podcast. If you want to see more from me and Keegan, drop a like. And if you want to stay tuned, go ahead and subscribe while you're at it. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.